1. What I fear is complacency. When things always become better, people tend to want more for less work. I ignore polling as a method of government. I think that shows a certain weakness of mind, an inability to chart a course whichever way the wind blows, whichever way the media encourages the people to go, you follow. If you can't force or are unwilling to force your people to follow you, with or without threats, you are not a leader. 2. The problem is to keep the monkey mind from running off into all kinds of thoughts. You lose nothing by being polite. The answer is no, but please say it politely and give the reasons. Explain to me why no. Don't change no to yes. Don't be a fool. If there was a good reason why it is no, it must remain no, but the man must be told politely. 3. Every person, genius or moron, has a right to reproduce himself. Even from my sickbed, even if you are going to lower me into the grave and I feel that something is going wrong, I will get up. Those who believe that after I have left the government as Prime Minister, I will go into a permanent retirement, really should have their heads examined. 4. Life is not just eating, drinking, television, and cinema. The human mind must be creative, must be self-generating. It cannot depend on just gadgets to amuse itself. If it is not totalitarian to arrest a man and detain him, when you cannot charge him with any offense against any written law, if that is not what we have always cried out against in fascist states, then what is it? If we are to survive as a free democracy, then we must be prepared, in principle, to concede to our enemies, even those who do not subscribe to our views, as much constitutional rights as you concede yourself. 5. I have been accused of many things in my life, but not even my worst enemy has ever accused me of being afraid to speak my mind. You're talking about Rwanda or Bangladesh or Cambodia or the Philippines. They've got democracy, but have you got a civilized life to lead? People want economic development first and foremost. The leaders may talk something else. You take a poll of any people. What is it they want? The right to write an editorial as you like? They want homes, medicine, jobs, schools. 6. I support the view that free trade in goods and services is a win-win situation. I'm not so convinced that free flows of capital without restriction is a win-win situation. I'm very determined. If I decide what something is worth doing, then I'll put my heart and soul to it. The whole ground can be against me, but if I know it is right, I'll do it. That's the business of a leader.
7. I am often accused of interfering in the private lives of citizens. Yes, if I did not, had I not done that, we wouldn't be here today. And I say without the slightest remorse that we wouldn't be here. We would not have made economic progress if we had not intervened on very personal matters. Who your neighbor is, how you live, the noise you make, how you spit, or what language you use. We decide what is right. Never mind what the people think. 8. I don't believe in love at first sight. I think it's a grave mistake. I'm no longer in active politics. It's irrelevant to me what young Singaporeans think of me. What they think of me after I'm dead and gone in one generation will be determined by researchers who do PhDs on me. Right? So there will be a lot of revisionism, as people revised Stalin, Brezhnev, and one day now Yeltsin, and later on Putin. I've lived long enough to know that you may be idealized in life and reviled after you're dead. 9. I believe that life is a process of continuous change and a constant struggle to make that change one for the better. I have no regrets. I have spent my life, so much of it, building up this country. There's nothing more that I need to do. At the end of the day, what have I got? A successful Singapore. What have I given up? My life. 10. How do I comfort myself? Well, I say, life is just like that. Change is the very essence of life. The moment we cease to change, to be able to adapt, to adjust, to respond effectively to new situations, then we have begun to die. 11. I have always thought that humanity was animal-like. The Confucian theory was man could be improved, but I'm not sure he can be. He can be trained, he can be disciplined. 12. After trying out a number of ways to reduce inequalities and failing, I was gradually forced to conclude that the decisive factors were the people, their natural abilities, education, and training. Knowledge and the possession of technology were vital for the creation of wealth. 13. Men are not born equal in either physical or mental capacity. But a socialist believes that society as a whole will benefit, and there will be more happiness for more people if all are given equal opportunities for education and advancement, regardless of class or property. 14. I was a product of the times, the war, the occupation, the reoccupation, my 4 years in Britain, admiring but at the same time questioning whether they are able to do a better job than we can. 15. I do not yet know of a man who became a leader as a result of having undergone a leadership course. 16. One man, one vote is the most difficult form of government. Results can be erratic. Political reform need not go hand in hand with economic liberalization. I do not believe that if you are libertarian, full of diverse opinions, full of competing ideas in the marketplace, full of sound and fury, therefore you will succeed.
Like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much.